Hello and welcome back to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. Unfortunately, this is a Monday and Rob is MIA. I assume, as always, he's busy with life. So Rob, I hope everything is going well and that, I get to play you in the near future. I really want to get to playing Denant. That would be pretty cool. So this scenario, as a backup, J67, the Lawless Roads. I believe this comes from Journal like 6. Is it Journal 6 or Journal 4? I don't know why I was just looking at this. Where the heck is it? There we go. Journal 4. So this scenario, as you can already imagine, is a scenario between the British and the Germans. In this case, the Germans have a village that they are essentially defending, and are also concealed, at least in most parts, versus British that do not get the same benefit and have a bunch of armored vehicles that are coming in from off board. I believe this should be flying. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And this, where would I want this? I think this makes the most sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this scenario, like I said, comes from Journal 4. It features the British versus the Germans. Now, the Germans in this case have to have sort of a double objective in this one, or I guess a backup if their objective, their initial objective can't be met. And we'll get into that as time progresses. But I also need to remember to begin a log file so I don't mess that up, because I constantly mess that up. I don't always know why I forget to do those, but log files are great because if you want to post these in a thread in the future, because I will not give a timeline on that. Sorry for the people in on Something Awful who have been checking out the thread or have been missing the thread. I really just I got a little lazy, but also I had to take a break from posting Let's Plays, and it hasn't come back yet. So eventually I'll get back to it, but that will not happen today because today is already over. Now, the Germans in this case, like I said, are defending a village or a town, however you want to look at it. They have to set up between hex rows M and W. Now, in this case, I should also point out that I do have the map upside down, mostly because I'm a dork. I was supposed to have it pointing the other way, but anyways, that's fixed in the sense that the numbers are up, so it's easier for people to read, and there is a whole board to use, but it probably won't be the case. So, in normally you would have the British are essentially coming in from the left. Like I said, it's backwards, so they're coming in from the right, and they would be they set up or enter on hex row west of hex row AA. So again, if this map was flipped like it should have been, then west is on the left, etc., etc. This is not the case. It's on the right this time. There. The British also get a bunch of armored vehicles on turn 1, so there's not going to be much respite for them. Yeah, just going to have to see how well I can pull vehicles going into a town off. There are 3 main SSRs to this scenario. So EC is moderate with a mild breeze from the north. It's pretty rare to see that, but hopefully it'll have an effect. I don't think it necessarily will, but never know. All buildings are single story, so ignore stuff like U5, 06, and 07. I think I tried to modify it, but it didn't work. Usually there's a weird interaction where sometimes if you select like to do overlays with a map, it sometimes doesn't do the overlays, or it doesn't recognize all of the updated overlays. I'm not 100% sure what the cause or issue is, but essentially it got R7 correctly, where R7 is supposed to be an open, normally there's a marketplace in this building, but the marketplace doesn't exist, and therefore the actual marketplace hex R7 is open ground. In this case, it's just it did it correctly, but it did not put overlays like the one that's supposed to be in X6Y7. So, as mentioned, all buildings single story, marketplace open ground. All graveyard hexes are orchards. That's essentially this giant pack over there. Additionally, there are 4 overlays. So if you ever notice the 1 or 1, 2, 2 over here, and then 2 over here, that's what those are representing. And lastly, a bog check is required for any vehicle crossing a wall or hedge hex side. The north and south hex sides of hex X5 may not be bypassed by vehicles. So essentially X5 being this this wood, so you can't bypass this and try to like cheat around it. You have to either go through the road and quote unquote be safe, or you go over hedges and walls and take a bog check. Bog check could be really bad, but we'll see as to why that is. So victory conditions in this scenario is provided the Germans eliminate 4 or fewer AFV and 3 or fewer tankettes, the British win at game end if there are no good order MMC on or adjacent the road segment that runs Y9, S6, Q5, O5, M4. So, once again, that is... did they say Y9? Why would it not be Y10? Whatever. Y9 to S6 to Q5 to O5 to M4. So, essentially, the road that leads into the town and through the backside of it. Yeah, so now it is kind of crazy for it to I think there might be a typo or an issue here, because provided the Germans eliminate 4 or fewer AFV and 3 or fewer tankettes, you can't get that number. There are not 7 vehicles, there are only 6. So I don't know how that number is arrived at. I actually am very curious now, because I know I have this on my other page here, and I don't recall seeing errata, but let's see here. Nope, that's still 6 vehicles. So presumably the combination is either 3 tanks and tankettes. So there's essentially 2 tankettes plus a tank that would have to get lost, or all 4 of the tanks, not including tankettes. It really shouldn't say and, it should probably say or. It's probably how it goes. Anyways, we'll just live with it, because, yeah, it doesn't make sense how it's written. The important part, though, is that they can't lose vehicles, or they should try to not lose vehicles, and they need to essentially expel Germans from the road. Now, my setup here, I don't recall what some of the stacks are. The only stack I could not conceal is a half squad with a mortar. Pretty standard, to be honest. Yeah, the British are kind of going to go for a split attack here. I want some guys through the gullies to kind of just sneak into, not necessarily X5, but even just, you know, if I can get into Y4 and then, or Y5, and then eventually poke out into X5, that sort of idea. Get, you know, tanks to come in and try to do some damage. That would be good. Additionally, have a little bit of base of fire in AA7. I can force them, try to, you know, force a group to shoot, or concede some ground. Group in AA1 is essentially just wants to cross this open ground, get into, you know, these hedges and take these buildings up north. And this mortar is designed specifically to try and kill the German mortar. Way at the bottom, the 9-2 squad, or leader with the squads, wants to, same thing, cross this open ground and get into this hedged area, and then try to assault from the north in this instance. It's going to be really tough. I don't know if it's going to work. And I'm saying this out loud more or less because I want people to know the plan before I start, um, you know, faffing about, I guess is probably the best way for me to put that. So um, that's it. We go into our like reinforcement setup. So I got all my tanks set up. I should also point out I have my 3 better tanks on the north, or sorry, south edge top here. They are going to try and push these walls and these hedges and try to create some problems and maybe push through, and because they will have to, they can't bypass, they will have to drive over. So that's a thing that will be attempted. Additionally, I have vehicles in the middle that are trying to take advantage of the road rate to drive into town, or at least into like X9 or something, and then try to jump these hedges and yeah, try to pressure the Germans from the bottom or north in this case. So, all right. Nobody can see AA5. This is something that sometimes I forget to do, or I admit talking about. But if units cannot be seen by anybody, even though you don't start with concealment counters, they would gain concealment counters. So you can't really, or as far as I'm aware, you should not be stringing. It's really just kind of a, yeah, this is a straight line, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you can string, but the important part is a lot of it, I just try to kind of treat it by feel. If nothing can see it, they just gain concealment, and that's that. So, for example, I could potentially deny this from gaining concealment, since I am playing solo and I do know where things are, but I'm not going to do that because one, that would reveal a thing, and I don't want that to be revealed, and you wouldn't want to do that either if you were playing either with me or against me. Yeah, it's not an issue for them to gain concealment in this case. So rally phase, we're going to roll weather, no change, and we will go straight to prep fire as there are no rally phase actions to do. I'm going to have my mortar in CC2 attempt to shoot at the guys in W1. Range is 6, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a miss, plus no rate of fire, which really sucks as an opening shot. I'm pretty sure I need a 7. Yeah, I need a 7. There's no bonus. No TEM applies, so it really is just a straight shot that ends up missing, which is a bummer because now these guys are really going to have to shoot. I could probably hold back on a guy, but I don't want them being pummeled by the mortar, and that's really the biggest issue I have, is that this mortar is designed to kind of just lock out, this area. So stacking AA1 is going to take a shot. It is a 12 firepower plus 1 down 1, so it's a flat 8 on 12, yeah, which is a 1 morale check, which these guys will fail to pass and break. They do not ELR, which is great. I do not want to be ELRing already, but like I said, these guys are now marked, so they will not have movement, and essentially there's not really going to be too much action that then happens on this this side of the map. Mortar is probably going to have to be left behind because I can't really do anything about that, but there are units around that can attempt to save the half squad. So with that, I don't really have any other shots. I'm going to go to movement phase, and in the movement phase, the guys in AA5 will go to Z4 for 2, and then I'm pretty sure I can't go, actually I could, I can go to Y5 for 6, because I'm pretty sure you pay both terrain, in this case woods plus gully, so that'll happen. Now I can't really do anything else with these guys. I don't want to jump them into Y6 because that would be really silly, but what I will do is I'm going to split the stack so that I have 1 unit assault move into Z6, hopefully in safety, and the other guys are just going to kind of stay where they are. At the bottom, in AA10, I'm going to have the entire stack move together. They're going to bypass Z10 for 1, into Y10 for 2, 3, 4 into X10, 5 to W10, and I will stay there for now. As for the vehicles, I'm going to I guess technically this guy, because he's broken, nobody gets revealed now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can continue to move them. 9. And I'm just worried about... oh, I should point out, I guess, for anybody who doesn't have this in your card, the Germans do have ATRs in this. And the British tanks, they are not the super tanks. There are a couple 3 armor ones, which is really nice, but not all of them sport that. So I'm kind of worried here that I will immediately expose a tank and have it blow up. So in this case, I'm just going to keep this guy at 8 movement, I believe it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 movement, as it were. And then I'm going to... Do I want to stop him? I do have 10 firepower. Thanks. No, I'm gonna stop him for 10. I'm gonna be patient on this one. I don't have the supporting infantry to help him out, so it's not worth it. Next tank comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll ooh, you know what? I do have 3 armor on this guy. I'll then pay 10, stay in motion in X1. I think if I'm in motion, I'll be safe. Next tank, same idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then stop for 10. I can reveal from one of these, so we'll just pull, I'll just show the 9-1. That's not right. Why is this here? That should not be there. Sorry. Why is that there? That should be on this guy. That's weird. So anyways, I reveal a 9-1 that takes off the concealment off of the Y2 unit. Off board. Also, these guys, okay, they have radios. Cool. I wasn't daydreaming that. I remember from before. Perfect. He should just be an extra one. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So off board, I'm going to have the carriers come in. I don't think anybody sees them just yet. So half, 1, 1/2, 2, 2/2, 3, 3/2. Over here, they'll get revealed as I show an 8-0. So he's there for 3/2. So we'll just put 4 because he's going to go 4. 5, 6, and then he'll try to jump the hedge for 8. Alright, so I need to go to bog rules. Bog rules are very interesting and very, I don't know if I should call them fun. They are interesting though. I will give them that. Bog, D8.2. So, bog. There is a chart. So I need to bog check. Bog check is not a task check. I believe they have... they should have low ground pressure. Right? Or, I need my counters info. Thank God I saved this. This is always useful. Okay, so we look for our pressure. A circle is high ground pressure, therefore a square should be low ground pressure, because otherwise box should be normal, if I remember correctly. Now I am going to double check. Yeah. Oh, okay. Box is low ground. Never mind. So this guy has low ground pressure in W9, which means there should be no increase. He's not towing anything. There is no qualities to ground, aka soft mud or snow covered, etc. It is a fully tracked vehicle. It is not spending truck type MP. It is not making an abrupt elevation change. It's not exiting a deep stream, etc. It's not gaining elevation and entering woods. It's not entry of light woods. It's not entering debris. And it's not moving into wire, etc., etc. Stone and woods is really the only other things. So It rolls a 5. It's fine. It gets there for 8. They will continue to V8 for 9. They will turn once for 10. And then they will stop there for 11. I think that'll be it from them. They're really not super like powerful at all, but 2 firepower, in the right situation, the wrong spot, whatever, can be kind of useful. Next vehicle is going to come in, so they will pay half 1, 1 half 2, 2 half 3, 3 half 4. Again, same idea. They lose it to the unit that was in this building. 4 half. I'm gonna go 5. I go 5 here. Yeah, no, I'll leave it. 6, 7, 8. That's not right. I believe that should be 9. We're going to say 9 into W9. Same idea, do a bog check. I did not roll 12 or above, so he's fine. 10. I'm going to roll for... you know what? I'm gonna turn him 11, stop 12. I'm gonna try and adhere to this. Like, my infantry has not... They are in the dark right now. They don't have anybody to shoot with, so it's not really... there's not really a point. Last vehicle, half 1, 1 half 2, 2 half 3, 3 half 4, 4 half. 4 half, they will lose their concealment. Same thing. Now, I do have a lot of machine gun firepower with this guy, so I don't know if I necessarily want to do anything too crazy. We'll go to Z8 for 5, and I don't think I want to reveal anything just yet. Annoyingly, the overlays never really cover the entire hex side, the quote-unquote the way it should. So those remnants of hedges do not actually apply to LOS. And there's this really makes this confusing. There should not, or as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's LOS between, just because this one edge doesn't exist. Yeah, there shouldn't be LOS. So he gets here for 5. As he gets there for 5, I will button up, because I really don't trust anything that'll happen here. And it's really just a question of, do I want to shoot at the Germans or not? I think I'm going to refrain from shooting for now. And the real question is, where do I send this guy? Because this is a stone building. There's a lot of stone buildings. There are a lot of stone buildings, and that's a problem. I'm going to have him jump this hedge to Y8. Now, again, this guy's low pressure. Low pressure. He's not towing anything. There should not be any other costs. So he gets there, quote unquote, for free. Pays 8. Turns for 9. Do I shoot at him? Man, this is a real tough choice. I think I would. I think I just would take the shot, regardless. I'm going to have a squad reveal in W6, take a shot with the ATR. That is, I believe, a +3. So, or sorry, +4. Hedge plus move for 2, plus small for 3, and counting the hedge, it's 4 overall. I'm trying to think, is there any other modifier? And I don't think so. I have seen him for more than 3 movement points, so there's no extra bonus. And the guy with the ATR does not suffer a penalty just for having the ATR. So I think that'll be a hit. It's barely a hit, but it is a hit. 6. So vehicle to kill, ATR is a 5. At that range, it gets +1 to a 6. That will be a negative in terms of a kill because of its armor. However, it is direct fire or directed fire or whatever. Um, and yeah, it does not follow the machine gun rules. It follows the direct fire rules, as far as I'm aware, which means um, it is a non-HE 1 over final 2 kill, which means it's a possible shock. We go for morale check. They will fail it, and they are shocked. Right, hold on. No, yeah, it's possible shock. Yeah, I was thinking the equal number for whatever reason. So there's a possible shock. That sucks. That's not super not good. That's actually really not good, because now that guy's stuck there, and can be shot at with a lot of freedom. Considering that, do I risk putting any infantry in danger? It's really not worth it. I don't think so. I know there's a 4.67. If it's just a 4.67 that shoots, it's still dangerous. I think all things considered, I'll have the rest of AA7 assault move into Z6, and we'll just have to live with it. Defense fire phase. In the defense fire phase, I'm going to, as potentially silly as it sounds, I'm going to reveal the guy with the LMG to also shoot at the guy at the vehicle. It is another hit, but that will definitely not be a kill. So nothing happens there. I can't really do anything with the squads. The vehicle is buttoned up, so there's nothing I can do there. I don't see anybody outside of these vehicles, but there's so many +1s that there's not really a point. Yeah, I think I do have my ATR here. All right, I'm going to reveal an ATR in V2. They will shoot the guy in motion, because why not? So same deal. It's a +2 for motion, and then +1 for the hedge. It's +3. It is a hit. There's no rate, which is super important, and another 11 means this will be a miss. I don't really have anybody else I can target, so I'm just going to go and waste some more shots here. LMG scores a hit. That is, unfortunately, sniper potentially. LMG won't be able to break through or get any kills. Sniper goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Closest is W6. There are 3 targets, so squad, leader. Squad with the ATR breaks, unfortunately. As they break, I think I'm allowed to recover. Maybe not. So now I actually have to check to see if I can recover, because I need that ATR, and if I can have the leader recover it, then that's fine. So, where is it? Only an SMC can recover by friendly in its rally phase movement phase. All right, so I can't do that. Can't. Yeah, if a unit surrenders, is eliminated or routes away and cannot carry. So, okay, so I won't be able to do anything about that just yet. That's fine. It's unfortunate that the sniper activated, but that was kind of a sniper bait shot anyways. Advanced fire phase, honestly, I don't really have anything. These would just be 1 firepower each at best, and it's not going to do anything here. Same thing with this guy being in motion. Although, I guess technically I could do a 6 firepower to 12, and then have twice down to 3. Up 1. No. That sucks. Alright, random selection. The hull machine gun. Or sorry, that's the That's the coax. Why does that guy have an AA machine gun? And does... Sorry. No, did I calculate that entirely wrong? Not that I can tell so far. Really? They have an AA machine gun? Why do they have a... How do they have an AA machine gun? They're just crusaders. Like, they're just little dinky crusaders. Why do they have AA guns? Sorry, I'm very curious. I need to look this up because my brain is not quite processing this at the moment. This feels very strange. Okay, where's my 40L? 40L cruisers. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's because I pulled the wrong one. Journal scenarios. Nope, that's the correct one. Blank 4-2. Blank 4-2. That's interesting. Let me just make sure I'm somehow not screwing this up. Yeah, bow, coaxial, AA machine gun. So it's got an AA machine gun, but I guess the AA machine gun does not need... Do I need to be unbuttoned for that? I don't think I saw that anywhere. Crazy. Alright. Oh, you know what? Unless it's like that crazy turret that they have. Maybe that's what it's about. The BMG, if present, can fire in a normal manner at a target that lies within the vehicle covered arc. Center line. Okay, no, that's not. That's not it. It's KNS. What things do it have? Optional. Yeah, optional AAMG is available after 1940, so it's not that. For some reason, I can't find S. Alright, no big deal. Let me see if I can... AAMG. Wait, does that not say... Come on, why is this not there? Why don't they have that in the regular spot? Alright, sorry, this is getting silly. So AAMG, they may be used either within or outside of its blah blah blah. For rule purposes, considered neither turret mounted nor bow mounted, unlike BMG CMG of a closed top or any armored. AFE must be manned by CE crewmen. Okay. So essentially, instead of a 12, it's an 8, which then gets halved twice down to a 2, which doesn't really change too much in the grand scheme of things. But it is just important to know that I can't use, I would not be able to use that. So it only has a, it has a coaxial, sorry. So the coaxial, there we go. Coaxial is malfunction. Yeah, I'm not going to try anything else. It's not really worth it whatsoever. We'll go to routes. So in the route phase, like I said earlier, this half squad has to route. They're going to route. They can't see these guys, so this is a legal path. They make it to V2, and they will stay there. That's it for routes, realistically, because the only other... these guys, I don't want them to route. Even, like, I could, I guess, but there's no... I don't see a point. These guys just have the broken thing, and they're shocked, so they can't do anything. Advanced phase... in the advanced phase, I'm going to try and be a little sneaky here. We're going to do, we're going to send one guy to W9 to kind of just watch out for things. And then over in V9, I'm just going to have a big stack there. I'm going to try and blow this up. This is fine. I can't advance without CXing, and nothing has happened to these guys, so I'm not going to bother. The stack in AA1 will advance to Z0, and this mortar really has no shots. So they will also advance, and hopefully I can get them on like S1T1 and try to get something out of that. That's going to be it for advances. CC, there is none. We go to German turn 1. Weather is no change. We go to the rally phase, of which there are quite a few things. So first and foremost, I'm going to reveal an 8-1 in V2. They will attempt to rally the 6 morale guy, not happening. He will go to the bottom of the pile. And then over in W6, I'm going to reveal an 8-0 to try and rally the 7 morale guy, and that also does not work. So that just stays like that. I guess technically I could have tried to pick up the sport weapon, because whatever, but I don't foresee moving this guy anyways, so that's going to be fine. Shock, we have a 1. They are simply okay. So I'm now instantly regretting not picking up the ATR. We go to prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, I am going to have... I'm going to try some big shots here, and hopefully I get real lucky. So over here, ATR is going to take a shot at the tank. It has, that's a +3. It's not going to happen. And then the LMG will make the same shot. That's also a +3. Not going to happen. Leader did not direct anything, but there's no point for the leader to do anything. So I forget if they can apply the -1 to the ATR shot. If they can, I'll roll it, but I can't be arsed to check right now. Prep fire phase, squad only is going to shoot their weapon. They will get a hit. It will not be enough for a kill, so they will also be marked prepped. I don't really have anything else I can shoot with them, so I'll just leave them prepped, but it technically is only the ATR rather than anything else. Because they're button up. They can't do anything anyways. The gang in T7 is going to reveal and try their best to shoot at V9. This is 8 firepower, halved to 4, and then up 2. So I believe that's an 8 on 4, which is so close, but not able to do anything, unfortunately. Yeah, if the vehicle hadn't been there, that would have been an effect. Darn. Okay, then that's pretty much all I can do at the moment. We'll go to movement phase. I'm going to attempt to recover the ATR. I will get it. In doing so... Nah, I'll just wait. There's not much of a point. Is there anything else in movement phase? No, not really. Yeah, not really. Defense fire phase is probably going to be kind of easy here. I don't really have a shot on like anybody outside of... I will shoot a 10 firepower up 4 against W6. That is an 11 on 10. Right? I'm not crazy. It might only be 3, because I'm counting the hedge for... I think I'm counting the hedge for no reason. So 10 on 10 is a CTC, so potential pins. So one guy is fine, the other guy is fine, and the guy who is broken is DM. So he gets marked first fire. Next up, the stack in V9 is going to use their ultimate power here. They will shoot 12 flat against the guys in T7, or sorry, 12 up 1. I don't know, I was thinking he's at -3. So a 9 firepower on 12 is a normal morale check. So double normal morale check, a break, and one guy's fine. That will be it for their shots. And then I think I'm done. I really don't have anything I think I can do with this guy in motion. This guy can't see anything. These guys are just out in the open. These guys don't have a line of sight. Same thing. So, yeah. Advanced fire phase, none. We go to routes. Oops. We go to routes, of which I only have, well, only. I do have 2 to do. So, these guys will route 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I could pull this guy away. There's probably a real good point to do that. These guys will pull 2, 4. And then over here, this guy never DM'd, so he doesn't need to. Oh, you know what? I didn't try to repair that. I didn't get it. They got defensive here. So advanced fire phase, advanced phase. In the advanced phase, I'm going to pull the ATR into a different hex because I do not need those two guys to be eliminated at the same time. Stack in V5 is going to stay where they are. I think that's the best bet at the moment. I could pull back the LMG. You know what? I think it's worth pulling back the LMG. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really worthwhile. So that will be it for advances. We go to CC, of which there are none, and we're back on British with turn 2. 7 will be a no change whatsoever. Rally phase, this DM will come off. And then there are 2 rallies and a fix. So we'll do the fix before because it's the British turn. Rally attempt for the Broken Half Squad will not work. And then over here, I will get a rally plus heat of battle. That's not going to matter. Those guys go berserk. Oh, that sucks. Because they can see those, can't they? No, they cannot. Wait, no, yeah, they can. So this guy goes berserk, which is that? No, it's what is the button for it? R. Because heat of battle, they rolled a 9. They were broken, so they get a +1, and then there's no other modifiers for them. So they go to a 10. They can see the carrier, and yeah, they go insane. So they will go berserk, which is really bad because those guys are pretty much doomed at that point. Although thankfully it is the British turn, so potentially something will happen. That's it for rally phase. We go to prep fire. In the prep fire phase, I think instead of risking these entire guys to a berserk, I will take their opportunity to shoot at the guy in T7. This is going to be the same thing as last time. I believe it's a 1 check. Because that is a 9 on 12. It's just a normal. Never mind. That guy is just living the dream. Somehow. Which is not good. I was really hoping to break with a 9, 2, and 12 firepower. Anything else I can do in prep fire phase? Not really. Which is kind of a bummer. So I'll just go to movement phase. In the movement phase, I've got a bunch of options here. I think the best thing for me to do at the moment is going to be... Excuse me. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I do not want to expose this tank, and the Berserk has to move. So I think for my sanity here, this tank is going to start for 1, turn for 2, and then stop for 3. So he's moved. Carrier in V9 will start for 1, and then drive to U9 for 3. They have to take a bog check. They are fine. Unfortunately, bog checks do not trigger SAN as far as I'm aware. I might as well double check because I know there's like 2 exceptions. I know like trenchment counts for it and like one other thing, but it's not against morale, and that's the big thing here. So I'm pretty sure bog is not yeah, no. So bog doesn't trigger it, which is a little sad. But yeah, so I get to U9 for 3, and I think I'm going to I think I'm just going to stay here for the moment. I think I'm going to stop for 4, and then that'll be it for them. Over in the middle, Z6, Stack is going to jump the hedge in Y9 for 2, and then into X6 for 3. And then the gang in Y5 is going to assault move to Y6 for 2. I think that's my best bet here. And then next turn I can kind of just hop in and or this turn I can hop in and hope for the best here. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true too. This Berserk, I don't want to give him options, and I think if I went to X5, one, I'd get shot at, but also two, the Berserks would see him. So we're not going to let that happen. Tank in X1 is going to continue his motion. He's going to not try to get closer. So he's going to drive to W1, take a bog check. He does have normal ground pressure, which honestly should not change much because I think it's just a +1. I think essentially the only way any of these guys are bogging is if I roll a natural 12. So yeah, +1 for normal ground pressure. That's pretty much it. Again, not soft mud, snow tracked or snow covered, track truck type, all that stuff. So and until I see something about hedges, which I have not seen anything, but until I see something like that, then yeah. So he makes it. He's fine. Still in motion. I do want to. Yeah, he doesn't have his machine gun, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to have him go into bypass V0, V1, which is going to be 1 for the hedge, and then double the cost for bypass for 5. Takes a bog check, he's fine. Continues for 6. Turns twice for 8. And then stops for 9. As he stops for 9, I'm going to ATR him. That is a hit no matter what. No hit. It's a 5, armor's 3. Like, yeah. So that is a hit and a miss. Or hit and no effect, I should say. And he's there for 9. I think that's all I really want to do with that. Over here, Y2, he's going to start for 1. I'm going to have him go to X1 for 2. W1 for 4 plus bog check. He's fine. And then into, or turn for 5. And then into V1 for 7. Bog check. He's fine. And then stop. And eventually I'll take a shot. As he stops, I am going to have this guy go DM because he's supposed to. But LMG is going to try and shoot at him. He has +2. There's some negatives for being stopped and all that. But the important part is going to be that. I don't think it's enough. MG is a 4 naturally. Armor brings that number to a 7. And I only get 6 total for MG at that distance. So I will not get a kill. And unfortunately, I don't get any 1 over when it comes to MGs. So nothing happens. It's just he has shot his specific support weapon. So kind of feeling the same thing as last time with the British trying to get into some territory here. I'm then going to have this vehicle start for 1, 2, 3, 4. bog check. He's fine. Bog check into W2. Turn for 5. Stop for 6. Oops. Stops for 6 and then delays the rest. Guy with the mortar will do 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'll do that later because I need to move these guys. This stack is... Oh, I thought there were 3. Whatever. This stack is going to move. The trick is where and how much. So if I'm unlucky, I will lose them, essentially. So I think I will move 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I can see him. I should be able to see him, right? I think I can see him. Yeah, I think I can see him. And so I'm going to take that shot. Now, it's very important to note, fire selection limits does not matter on vehicles. I can't affect them. There's no shot I can do against them. They are not. I do not play with. They are limited to shots at the tank. It's really silly to say that a tank occupies the entire hex is already silly, and that for the tank to somehow distract you completely is to me insane. So for down 1, of course. So let me double check to make sure I see this. Yes, I do. There is a +1 for woods. They are non-assault moving, so there's a -1, so that balances out, and then the leader provides a -1. So it's a 3 on 4, which is a 2 morale check against this group. Okay. So I need to take the morale checks first, I believe. Actually, that's... I don't think that's true. So we'll do the heat of battle first, and then we'll resume. So heat of battle happens. That is an amazing roll. That's a -2, so he becomes a hero. So he turns heroic. Unfortunately, that's not going to help anybody else out. And then it's a 2 morale check on this guy, who ELRs and breaks. Or sorry, no. This the -1. So it's technically just a 1 ELR, but or 1 MC. But both of them break, which really sucks, because that's not what I was hoping for after I get that good of a number. Where is hero? Cool. That sucks. So that's it for their move. This guy is now fired completely. These guys don't have any other shots. I don't have anything else I can do. So we go to defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, I will attempt shenanigans. So I am going to have the leader with the ATR and U5 is going to shoot at V8. That is a hit. Yeah, so this hedge does not exist for all intents and purposes, and I can see directly into this. It's a double small, which is +2, and then 1 for hedge, +3. I just need a 10. That's what I got. 2 kill. That'll be a dud. I'm seeing a lot of similarities here in this. The Berserk squad will shoot because they have nothing better to do realistically. There's a +2, no effect. I don't think anybody else has a shot on those guys. 467 will take a shot 4 up 1. They will cower and have no result. Right, I almost forgot. I need these guys to do stuff. S5 will take a shot at V1. That should be a hit. Yeah. So that's just a clean shot, which is very disgusting. And I remember specifically checking for that. So this exists, but does not get revealed because it's their first shot. It is a hit. It is also rate of fire. 2 kill is a 9, which I'm pretty sure will do nothing because 37L needs more than that. 37L is a 9, so It's there's no +1. It's just the armor brings that 9 to a 12, which will not be effective. I will then take a second shot because why not? I will get another hit plus rate. Now I've got a 7, which goes up to a 10. It is 1 over. In the turret, which is, no matter what, going to be a possible shock. So this vehicle is now shocked. I have rate, so I will shoot a third time. I now have a -2 to my shots because I have not been calculating that, since it's my third shot. So it has a +2 for having moved this turn. There's a -2 for the gun. There are no other modifiers. That will be a hit, but no rate. And then 2 kill is yet again garbage. But you know what? I got a shock. That's kind of all I really care about at the moment. We go to advanced fire phase. I don't really have advanced fire to do. I am going to... I'm going to take a chance with 40mm. Shoot. It is against infantry. That technically... would that be a critical? So, at this range, I need an 8. It is... +3 for building, -2 for distance. Yeah, so +3, -2, +1 for button up. So that brings it to a 4, and I need less than half, which sucks. So it won't be a critical. I forget. I don't think I have 2 rate of fire. I think that goes down by 1. Or I don't have rate of fire, sorry. So we'll do IFT on a 40 using AP. I'm pretty sure I only get... 2 firepower with that. So it's not going to be enough. I might have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure you can't get... once you're over like 37 or something, then you get 2 AP. And I don't think that's the case. So he will have been considered shot. I will give him an acquisition because I think he should get it. So boom. Over here, W2 is going to shoot machine guns into V2 because why not? It is advanced fire phase, so it's a 10 to 20, halved down to 10 again, up 3. 9 on 10 is going to be a pin test check. So pin test check on these guys. Let's take out the defense fire phase, or counters. Pin test check, so he's fine. That guy's fine. That guy doesn't take it. I don't know why I rolled for it. That'll be it for advanced fire phase, because honestly, I don't have anything else I can do. Movement sorry. I'm really all out of sorts today. I don't know what the heck's going on. Routes. In the route phase, these guys need to move. I will take the opportunity to get the leader out of there. They can't be interdicted because this guy is shocked, so they are going to cross the road, go into T3, and live a happy life. These guys can technically stay where they are. I don't want them getting shot at again. I just don't trust it, and that should be it. Advanced phase. Mortar goes into woods. X6 goes into W6. Y6 will go into X5. I am going to split this up just in case. I think if I split this up, I'll just minimize my losses just a little bit. These guys are going into U10. And I think that's it. I don't think I have any other options here. CC phase, none. We go to turn 2 for the Germans. Weather, no change, although that was close. Do rallies first, then the repairs and all that. So self-rally. I get the self-rally, which is great. I could use this squad somewhere else. Rally for the broken guy doesn't turn into anything, which has been typical. And then over on the British side, I got 2 rallies to attempt here. So first does not occur, and neither does the second. These guys are just stuck DM, or without DM, but stuck broken. We'll try repair first. Didn't get it, and then the shock is fine. Wow, that's wow. Okay, very lucky British here. Prep-fire phase. In the prep-fire phase, I'm going to reveal a 9-1 plus the huge killer stack here. They're going to shoot at W6. So it is 7 plus 9, 16, halved. I mean, technically it would be, doubled to 32, but it's halved because they're against concealed units. So it's 16 up 2. 10 on 16 should be a normal. Thank God it's a normal. So normal morale check on these guys. Break, fine, and break. ELR is 3, if I remember correctly. And so they are... Yeah, ELR is 3, so they're all fine. Outside of being broken, of course. I did not get rate of fire, which is a bummer. ATR in U5 is going to try again. It will get a hit. That is potentially a kill. Vehicle 2 kill. So ATR is 5. Range is going to increase that to a 6. It has no armor. So that is an equal on turret, which will shock it. I'm getting me real used to seeing shocks all over the place. Sniper doesn't activate, which is fine by me. Next up, ATR, or AT gun, sorry, in S5. Shoots at his regular target. That will be a hit, barely, and no rate, and that is, that's a, so 37, no plus for range. That turns it into a 5. I need a 9. So, unfortunately, it's not a burn, but it is a destroyed tank, which is a good start, all things considered. So that turns into a wreck. What am I looking for? CS5. Why does that say red? What's the red for again? Does it not show on this? Why does that not show on this? Crew survival. I need to remember what crew survival red is, because it could be that there's none. I mean, it has a tendency to brew up. D 5.7. So, certain AFE suffered from extreme fire hazards due to design defects in either its ammo, engine, or fuel tanks, and considerably more liable to become burning wrecks when eliminated. These vehicles are identified by having a red CS number. If the AFE has a red CS number, a special -1 applies for burning wreck. Wow, okay, so that is a burning wreck. That is very interesting. Which now creates smoke, which blows south. So there's technically just that. Actually, I should just mark them gray because it is attached to the blaze. Okay, that is crazy. There was no rate of fire, so that gun is done shooting for now. Let's try my luck here. ATR is going to shoot at the other tank that is automatically a hit. Now, ATR, I've already said before, it's a 5 that's increased by 2 for being adjacent. So they would consider it would equal, but armor brings it to +3, so it turns into a 10. I do not get to do anything with them, which is fine. So they are prepped. I don't really have anything to shoot the machine guns with, or their inherent firepower, so they'll just stay there. LMG against adjacent vehicle, that is a hit. Oof. That's 1 off. Yeah, so range increase that to the 2 kill to a 6, and then the armor brings the roll to a 7. And unfortunately, I do not get anything for being 1 above. I will take the opportunity to shoot the inherent firepower against the squad with the mortar, or half squad with the mortar. They don't achieve anything, which is fine, and that's it. And then I'm really tempted to... I think I just need to get him out of dodge. I think that's the smarter thing. As much as I don't really want to, I think that's the smarter thing. So yeah, I'm not going to shoot with the guy in T7. We'll go to movement phase. And yeah, go to movement phase. In the movement phase, I'm going to dash the guy in T7 through S7 into R6. I'm only doing this because I don't really have any shots. Like, technically, the Berserk guy has to go first. So, if I'm trying to calculate this correctly here, I have a bunch of options. So, no matter what, I have to get closer to V8, because that's the guy I can see. No matter what, that is my quote-unquote target for the Berserk. Now, as you Berserk, as you move, I believe you have to move in the lowest amount of hexes to get to your known unit. So it's not movement factors, it's hexes. And then the movement has to be... Yeah, so Berserk unit never qualifies for assault move, even if it's charged just 1 hex. Blah, 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 blah. Must take shortest route in movement factors to the enemy unit. So it's hexes to determine who he charges at, and then it's fastest in movement factors. And I don't believe you can bypass. So the charging unit must take the short route, including the use of bypass. But I don't think they get to use bypass. I think you're just... I don't think... Can you use bypass? I thought you had to be good order for bypass. I think it's the calculation is you have to go counting bypass. Right? Am I not crazy? Wow, it's just unbroken. Interesting. I'm surprised. Now, I guess you don't have to use bypass, but you do have to include the use of bypass with regards to calculating distance. So, so again, like, no matter what, it's there. I could technically go through U6 or V5. It doesn't matter because both of them get me closer to V8. They're both 3 hexes away. And he's exactly that 4 hex distance. So my options are to go to U6, but then no matter what, I see the guys in W6. So the faster selection here is I'm just going to go to V5. As I go to V5, I see these guys in W6. I am not going to take a shot as the British. And then I go into W6 for 4 movement, and then I'm just going to essentially unload everybody on him because I don't have other targets necessarily. Or there's no reason to hold back on like X5, for example. So so yeah, these groups will all shoot. So that's 12 plus 16 plus 8. So 36 up 2. So 7 on 36. 7 on 36. A K4. So morale check. He is eliminated. I'll just pull them both. So they get to be marked. They're marked. They are marked. So everybody gets marked first fire. And yeah, I don't think there was no way for me to get out of that realistically. Unless you say, like, bypass and I can't see him somehow. But I don't think that would have happened anyways. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I think that's it for movements. I don't, like, these guys are stuck rallying. These guys are kind of just good to be there anyways. And don't really have any other options. Trying to subsequent with this guy into a +3 building is just going to be sniper bait, so I'm not going to bother. These guys don't have a target. These guys are still shocked. Did I roll for that this turn? I got a 2 and a 1. Technically, he can't. Oh, right. Because I equal. Yeah. Never mind. I was wondering. Apparently, my days have been way longer than they normally are. Also, man, Twitch, like, how do you guys always have? How do you guys always have spam bots? Crazy. Spam selling reviews. Like, you'd think someday they would realize, like, if you're got like no history and you're posting links, is probably sus. Okay. So these guys don't have a shot. Yeah. So vehicle in U1 will take a shot. They will not get a hit, despite everything. So they are first fired. The vehicle in W2 will also take a shot. They're gonna go with their full firepower there. So 20 up 3. It's a 10 on 20, which is a 1 morale check. Almost. I mean, I could try with the mortar. That is a hit. And then, no. Sniper activates. That was probably the... Yeah, that sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pick a full squad. I would not. There's no reason for me to pick a concealed guy. So that's not worth it. I'm not going to keep shooting. I feel like that's just sniper bait at this point. Advanced fire phase, none. Realistically, I don't think there's anything I want to do. Could this guy see this? He could. Okay. This gets revealed. Whoopsie doodle. Alright, that's it for turn 2's most of its shenanigans here. Route phase, the guy in V2 is going to go back to T3. Again, he can do this because this guy doesn't exist anymore, and neither of them can see into U3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's fine. Cool. That's it for German routes. The Allies are going to shoot. This guy has to route there for 5. And these guys are going to route 2, 6 into there. I think that's my plan. Now, advance phase, I could advance a guy in there. I feel like that's just suicide and not really smart at all, so I'm not going to. I do think I need to bail on that building. I really do think I need to bail on this building. So maybe... Yeah. And, because I want to have line of sight on here. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. They're going to advance back. I will have a lot of things to shoot guys with, and the British won't. CC. Ooh, do I want to ATR into vehicle? He does not have a functioning machine gun. Sure. Nope, they're pinned, which means they can't do it, and then they don't go into CC. Nobody else could do anything, so huzzah. That's it for that. We go to turn 3 for Brits. Weather is no change. Rallies. There's plenty of stuff to rally here. So we'll do self-rally first. Or, sorry, self-rally first. Didn't get it. Self-rally for the leader. Doesn't get it. And then 2 potential rallies. Yes and yes. So these guys come back. Repair. Broken. Oops. There. So that coaxial is just gone. And then flip. That is finally flipped. Finally an unknown kill potential. On the German side of things, there's just 2 guys starting to attempt to rally. So the half squad makes it. The full squad does not. Because that would be 6 to 10 down 2 back to an 8. So no. If I had rolled a 5, though, that would have gotten it. That's it for rally phase. Prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, I'm going to keep pressure with this guy. So I'm gonna keep shooting. Hope for the best. That will not do it. Technically, that's flipped. There's a -4, but then an +4 because of stone building, button up, and then for the negatives, it's the acquisition plus distance. So this guy just gets nothing out of his shot. These guys just kind of have to hold out, or not hold out, but I have to get into W5 essentially, because that is a blind spot. I think it looks like a blind spot. And the vehicles don't really have anything else I can do with. So we'll go to movement phase and try to make this simple here. So movement phase. Tank in W2 is going to start for 1. 2, 3. Actually, I do need to pressure that area. And I'm not going to get any way. There's no way for me to get around that. Like, I think you know what? I'm going to try and stage this guy. So 2, 3, 4, and then stop for 5. I'm going to try and stage this guy, and then, like, next turn I can try and rush this, maybe. I can figure something out. So W6 will assault move to W5. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they can't be seen. Stack and X5 will assault move to W5. I'm going to be really pissed if in defensive fire that's a clean shot. So anyways, they also advance or assault move there so that they're safe. Carrier in U9 is going to start for 1, 2, 3, 4. Bog? Doesn't bog. Turn for 5. 6, 7, or sorry, 6, 6 half, 7, 8, 9, stop for 10. Then I can potentially encircle this guy later. This concealed unit will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe they retain their concealment. Can't think of any reason why they wouldn't. Stack and U10 will go 1.5. And then 3, 4. Or sorry, 3.5. 3.5. It'd be 2.5, 3.5. I really don't want to go any further because I'm pretty sure this guy would see him. Tank in X7 starts for 1, pays 2 to get into W7, takes a bog check, is fine. And then stops for 4. And then the heroic guys at the top. Do I want to CX them? I probably don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I hate that I'm gonna try a shot with these guys. I'm gonna hate myself so much. Yeah. So +1 down 1 on 4. 5 on 4 is a 1 morale check. Come on, hero. You... Ooh, you... Wounded. It's now technically just a normal morale check. So this guy's pinned and the other guy's fine. I'm pretty sure I didn't check for the other Axis sniper. Did I? Did I get another one? No. All right. Sniper activates. 4-1. Goes to X7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Nope. Has to go here. Has to target W5. Random selection. Leader. Squad. 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 So one squad is pinned. What about the bottom? This is going poorly. So yeah, one guy's fine. The heroic guy can't move anymore, and the other guy can't either. They're just stuck there. I think that's it for movement. Oh, there is a guy with a mortar. Guy with the mortar will go with the original plan here. So he'll jump the hedge for 2, and then he can't do anything else. Defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, I'm gonna go with this bullshit shot and hope it doesn't work. So a 2 firepower shot against W5, down 1. Okay, thank God. And of course, it's a super good roll. Okay. I feel a little better at that not being a success for them. ATR in U5 shoots at the tankette. That's a hit. That's not a kill. No rate. ATR against the vehicle. That is a hit. No kill. God damn, really? Stack in U6 will shoot their first the LMG. Get a hit. And... Ooh, that might not do anything. Because that is a 4 to kill. The range will increase that by 1, so it equals. There's no armor on it, and it is a hull hit. So hull equal, so that's a stun. So that'll be a stun, which isn't good because they're already unknown kill. And then the MMG is also going to take a shot. They will also get a hit, but they will not get a kill. Advanced fire phase. None. Like, who do I even... Yeah, there's nothing for me to do. We go to routes after I take off all these counters here. So route phase. I have no routes. Yeah. Advances. We'll go to advances. Guy with the mortar will have to pay 3, so he's CX'd doing that, which is fine, I guess. Hero plus squad are going to join the tank in W4. W5 is going to go into V4, sorry. Because I can't... I was going to try and go V5, maybe like split it, but that's not going to work. Concealed unit in T8 goes to T7. That's pretty much all I got for the moment. You know what? I need to start taking risks here because it's going to be turn 3 for the Germans, and I do not have a successful position like at all. At all. So take the pins off, CCs, there's none. That should be it. So that'll auto flip to +1. Not that that really is going to matter. Weather is a 7. So rally phase actions. I've just got the one rally, so this guy comes back with the LMG, which is not good. Yeah, that's it for the German rally phase. British will try to self-rally. They will get it, and then they will try to rally. They will also get it. And then over here, the Tankette is okay. Okay, we go to prepar phase. ATR, tank. Hit, not a kill. I'm pretty sure I need a 4. So if I'm looking at this, ATR is 5. Yeah, I would need a 4 or less to have an effect, which really sucks. Squad will shoot, you know what, that's not worth it. That's just sniper bait at that point, because that would be 4 up, like, yeah, I think that might be at 5. At least 5 on hindrance, I think, because I think this is 2 each. And then that would be 1. So yeah, I think it's at least 5 hindrance. So not worth it. Otherwise, 4 up 1. No. 4 up 1. Also no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. This stack is going to shoot at S8 as well. So we're looking at 8 firepower flat. Getting real lucky here. Guy with the ATR is going to try and plug a hole in this guy. He gets a hit. Actually, is that a hit? No, I think it's a miss because of double small. Yeah, I think it's a miss because of double small. Yeah. So, no effect there. I don't really have anything else I need to, like, focus down on. I'm gonna have LMG shoot at the little tankette. It is a hit, no rates, no effect. MMG is also gonna shoot, no effect. Then both squads for 4 firepower up 2. 6 on 4 is a normal morale check, and they will break. And that's kind of it. I mean, the ATR, the AT gun, AT gun. Oh, right. AT gun is going to turn and shoot at the W4. Okay, well, sure. Wow, I haven't got super unlucky so far. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to do. Movement phase, everybody's shot. So, defensive fire phase. Stack in V4 is going to shoot at T3. It's a 8 up 2. It's a normal morale check. Leader breaks, which really sucks. Half squad's fine, and the full squad is pinned. So this guy's the only guy that breaks. Then they do task checks. Pin, technically that guy shouldn't be enrolled. So everybody gets pinned. Yeah. What else do I want to do? I mean, Hero and W4 are going to shoot back at building in S5. Nope. That's just a nope, straight up. Well, so it's no, because it'd still be +1. So no. Vehicle will attempt a 10 firepower up 3. So 9 on 10. Pin test check. There's 2 guys here, so pin test check. He's pinned. He's fine. He had raids. No. So move this counter up as well. I don't think... Well, yeah, it'd be a +5. I really don't think that's worth it. Stack and S8 will take a shot. They are firing 8 on 12, essentially, at this with all the modifiers and everything. So, 1 morale check. Squad's fine, and crew is pinned. What else do I got here? This guy can't see anybody. Nope. 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 And gun, hit, and rate. IFT is nothing. Yeah, because it's still the +4 down 4, so it's not a critical. Technically, that is multiple hits, so it's like 2 firepower. There's a pen test check. He's fine. Do I take the risk and shoot again? Sure. No. That's it, I think. Oh, also 1 sniper. Okay. Advanced fire phase, none. We go to routes. In the route phase, leader is going to skedaddle into R2. Everybody else stays. Guys in T7, they can just hang out there. I don't think it's necessary for them to move. Advances. In the advance phase, I'm going to... We're going to boogie U5 into U6. And I think... that'll be it. Because again, the alternative is I advance this guy in. I've been having such a tough time. And there is only a half squad that is CX. So yeah, you know what? PTC, he's fine. You don't take it. You don't take a sniper check because it's advanced phase, which kind of sucks. But they will get in, and then there's gonna be some CC essentially. So we then go to CC because it's the next phase. In the CC phase, the infantry go first. I'm just gonna roll CC. Nothing happens, and then they don't have any usable machine guns, so they have no effective firepower, so they just can't shoot back. So there'd be -2, I believe. -1 for having no usable NG, but then that's it. It just ends there. So this turns into a melee. We go to turn 4 for the British. Weather, no change. Take off all our pins here. Rally phase. The British will try a self-rally on the guy in the back. They will get it. This DM comes off. Germans will try a self-rally. They will not get it. Then try to repair the gun. Come on. That's garbage. Sport weapon. I don't know why I rolled that. Doesn't matter. Cool, 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 cool. So that's it for rally phase. We go to prep fire. There's not much of a point to focus on those guys now. Yeah, I kind of really just have to move in this turn. Is there anything I can prep fire first? I don't think so. I just don't think there's a thing that I need or want to prep fire. So we'll go to movement phase. In the movement phase, let's try to do some of this stuff simple like here. So first and foremost, this stack in V4, assault moves to U5. I think that makes the most sense here. I want a lot of, well, I guess that's not true. I technically want W5 to assault move first, but I don't think it's going to change anything because I don't really want to shoot that guy first. So then again, I bring U5, V4 to assault move to U5. I think here I do need to commit. So the squads plus their sport weapons and the 9-1 leader will all shoot at them. So huzzah! We'll just roll it first. So it's a +2 shot, so it's a 10, but that is a 10 on 32. So 10 on 32 is not good, but it's still a 2 morale check. And that guy is not a good leader. So 2 morale check, he breaks, and he break and ELRs. So I think I got really lucky here. 32, technically it'll be 8 residual. Gang in W4, Salt moves to V4. Getting a crazy deja vu because of it. Stack in Y5 goes to X5 for 4, and then into W6 for 6. I'm not going to shoot with anything. Squad in AA7 jumps the hedge for 2, and then 3, 4 to X6. Again, not going to shoot with anybody. I don't think it's worthwhile. This guy loses CX. I'll probably end up... Yeah, I'll probably end up going to that melee. X3 will go to W3 for 1, and then 2, 3, 4 into V2. I don't think I have a shot against them necessarily. It is a non-assault move. Yeah, it is a non-assault move. 6 up 2? No. Alright. I can't imagine anybody's gonna go there, but whatever. Okay. That is true. This tank will start for 1. As they do, the squad will CC reaction fire. Shoot. There is a -1 for non-manned or non-usable MG. That is enough. That is going to pin them. Shit. So they are marked first, and then these guys are mobilized. Shoot. Because I was really hoping then the mortar can... Damn it. Okay, well. Carrier in V8 will start for 1. I'm just going to link this for now. Start for 1. Turn for 2. 3, 4. Fog, no. 5, 6. Fog, nope. 7, 8. Or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stop for 13. I'm gonna give this guy like this Overwatch duty. This guy's gonna start for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As I get here, I think I technically see this. 9, 10, 11. Actually, no, sorry. 10, 11, 9, 8. So, 9, 10, 11, 12, bypass 14 in motion. I'm trying to get to this guy. Try to eliminate him. This guy was gonna go to S2, but that's not possible now. This vehicle, well, that'll just ambush. Yeah, no. Tank in W4 is gonna start for 1, go to V3 for 2, stop for 3. I'm just gonna try and focus on this guy. Tank in W7 starts for 1, goes to V7 for 3. Bog, he's fine. Yeah. 4, 5. ATR is going to take a shot. He's not stopped, so I think he will miss. Yeah, because he's in motion. Then after the miss, he's going to stop for 6. And then delay the rest. Oops. Delay the rest. Like, I haven't seen the other AT gun, so I could be anywhere. As he does this, AT gun is going to shoot you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that I'm gonna if I lose this, it'll be just because I blew up both my AT guns at the worst time possible. And my ATRs have done fucking nothing. I don't know why these guys aren't prepped. They should be marked defensive. Stack in S8 is going to split into 2. One squad is going to assault move to R7. I literally cannot ignore that. So the 8 down 1, I believe, because I don't think they get any bonus from the roadblock if he's in the building. So it's I believe it's a 1 check, which this guy fails. So he's first fired, but now he's stuck. He can't shoot at anybody else. So these guys will go to R8 for 1, and then Q8 for 2, 3. And like, with 2 more turns, going to Q7 to me sounds insane. I don't think I can justify it. I guess at the very least, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. Because I can go threaten this now. So maybe that's the play. Everybody is moved. Defense fire. I only realistically have these 2 guys. And secondary shot, really. I don't think I can see these guys. So this stack of 2 units is going to shoot 6 up 3 into here. No, all right. I am then going to take the entire group and subsequent. You know what? I'm going to subsequent back into them. All right, cool. How? Random selection, medium machine guns gone. If I'm going to lose this as a German because all my sport weapons and guns blew up. That's literally the only reason I'm going to lose this. Like ATRs that can't kill carriers and shit, which is just insane. Really, this is a reverse of the British scenario. It's kind of... It's impressive how similar it has been. Advanced fire phase, I mean, he is stopped. It would be 20 up, or sorry, 10 up 3. So 11 on 10, pretty sure it does nothing. No. Pretty sure it does nothing. These guys don't have a shot, realistically. He does not have a shot, nor does he. Can't see anybody. Doesn't have a shot. Although, theoretically, I could do like a 3 up 1 shot against him. They don't cower because they're British more than anything else. But that is a 5 on 3, which is a normal. First guy's fine. Second guy's fine. Wow, okay. Sniper doesn't activate. And then that's pretty much it. I guess, like, yeah, no, that's not, no, not worth it. Take off. Residual, prep, defensive. Alright, routes. In the route phase, Buddy in R7 is going to go to Q8. These guys... Ooh, can they go anywhere? Yes, right? Pretty sure. That technically goes there. Well, probably not. Whatever, I'll just leave it there. I think they can go to V4 and be fine. The 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's probably the smarter option here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Germans don't have to route anywhere, which is kind of insane. Guy with the mortar is going to go with the mortar, I guess. He's going to try and help that tank out at this rate. They need it. I don't really have anything else I can do with this. I think I'm just going to filter guys in, and they're going to hope that I can get them all against this stack and use 6. And if I can't, then they're just screwed. V2 to U2, and then the 0706. CC, there is 1 CC. The German squad gets to go first. I guess technically, shit, I didn't think about that. Technically, they can target the half squad, and they do go first because of the vehicle, and the vehicle can't do anything because it has no manned guns. And then technically, I did not declare on button. So 2 to 1. They don't get any minuses. I don't think 2 to 1. Yeah, that's not enough. Somehow they fucked it up. 1 to 2. No. All right. So that just stays melee and good night. No other things. So German turn 4. Weather, no change. We go to rallies and shenanigans. Self-rally for the Germans. They will not get their leader back. And now 3 repairs. So gun first. Fuck off. MMG and LMG. Alright, I just... Sure. Yep. Trip 4s. Just trip 4s. No big deal. ATR. Vehicle. Hit. No. Because of armor. ATR is a 5. That's a 7. It's increased by 2. Yeah. But it is a possible shock. It's a shock. Whatever. I don't understand anything right now. So he's shocked. What else? What else can I even do? That's the ATR. I can technically have the LMG shoot, which would not be a bad idea. I do need that firepower for other stuff, I think. Rest of the gang, all going to shoot at the hero stack. So we're looking at 11, 22, ATR's already shot up to, so 10 on 22, which is a 1 morale check. Yeah, 1 morale check on this guy. Hero is wounded again. The squad is fine. The hero dies. Because he's just because he's wounded, his morale is still higher. So this guy takes a morale check and then breaks because of the morale check on the wounded leader. Interesting. I'm going... Okay. Also, I'm realizing, for whatever reason, self-rally didn't work. And then that just comes off. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to shoot at / with. 6 up 2. 7 on 6 is a normal. Okay. Sure. At this rate, it's just as unbelievable here as it is anywhere else. What's the rule for shock? Is there anything for a shocked vehicle in? You don't get any negatives for being shocked? Like, I guess technically you'd probably be considered no usable MGs, but really? That's that's weird. I'm gonna admit that is weird. Um, okay, well, guarding, pinned, concealed, heroic. Interesting. All right. Okay. So I think that's it for prep fire. I don't really see a point to do that. So we're going to movement phase. That's so gross. So in the movement phase, I am going to... yeah, I'm going to assault move to S7. That's going to flip this guy. That guy's broken. Although, I don't need to assault move. I could just move normally. This guy would get a shot. But if he's shooting at that, then he doesn't get to shoot at this. And I do really need to break him. And having 16 firepower would be way better. So yeah, I think I'm not going to assault move. And then, I'm just going to let it slide. Although... God, this sucks. What's my option here? If I don't break that guy, he becomes another thing I need to chase down on this road. Which, like, normally wouldn't necessarily be a problem, but yeah. Kinda is right about now. I'm going to regret this, but I will take the shot. So, so that is with hindrance from this vehicle. I don't really don't foresee them going anywhere else. Just because, like, if I go to S8, these guys can shoot. So I will stick with my original assault move as declared. That is a 5-on-4, which is still like a 1 check. So these guys still break, which is garbage. These guys are marked first. And then the 228 goes to R4. I don't think anybody can shoot him. Technically, this guy, I think, can. So I will declare this shot. Yeah, that's just straight shot. 10 firepower, up 1, down 1. So yeah, just 6 on 10 is a 1 check. He's fine. Sniper activates. You gotta be kidding me. 4-1. Where the hell was the sniper? Yeah. So it just goes to this big stack. We got random selection. ATR, other leader, squad. Okay, fuck off with 444s. I will target the 9-1 because there's no reason not to. And then, okay, so then I will target the 8-0, and then I will not get a third one. So 2 leaders die because it's absolutely ridiculous. Morale. Wow. So, yeah. So, break, flip, ELR. Then this guy, then he takes a second morale check because of the other leader. So he's dead. Then the other guy takes morale check. He flips, and then second morale check, he's fine. ATR goes to ground. LMG goes to ground. No more prep. Yep, just one sniper casually killing 5 points. Yep, 5 points. That's enough to make me concede, really. This is just fucking ridiculous. Crew goes to Q4. That's 3 movement points total. Yeah, what the fuck did I just Let's see. What did I just witness? I mean, guys can stay in S5, I guess. Nothing else. Defensive fire phase. I mean, I might as well try to punish further. So it's 8. So it's 16 up 3. Doesn't matter. Flip this over. 10 firepower up 2. Was that a 9? And rate. That's ridiculous. 9 on 10. Pin test check, right? Yeah. Pin test check on 2 guys. So first it pinned and he's fine. Let's bring him up top just in case. We'll shoot again. 10 on 10 I think is another pin test check. The other guy is now pinned. Cool. What else? 6 up 1. 8 on 6 pin test check. He's also pinned. God, what are the odds? Advanced fire phase, none. You go to routes, attacker first. This guy does get to route to R6. Take off this and this here. Now, these guys do get to route. No, yeah, they do get to route. So, or no, because they're getting close to this guy. This guy has to surrender. And the Brits are just going to declare, fuck that. They're just going to kill another squad, because why not? Why not? No quarters technically invoked. I don't think that's going to matter at all, but you never know. What else? What else? These guys don't have to route anymore, nor do these guys. This guy does. They can just go to V2 and they're fine. German advance. He's gonna stay there. Yeah, there's nothing. Everybody's pinned or broken or killed, so that's fine. CC, we're going here again. I'm gonna try my 2-to-1. I will finally get these guys fucking dead, so there's that, I guess. Mortar falls to the ground. Tank doesn't have any options. That's it. Turn 5 for the British. Weather, no change. Rallies, of which there are way too many. So the British go first, so they're going to try their self-rally on this guy. Doesn't make it. So this comes off. This comes off. This comes off. Rally. Does make it. Makes it, and okay. That's the, I think, the only 12 that the Brits have gotten so far. That breaks. Flip. So it comes an unknown kill. So that's all the British, I believe. Germans, we got a self-rally. Finally. We got a repair. Don't get it. Gun. Doesn't get it. Alright, cool. That's it for rally phase. Prep fire phase. 10 up 2. It doesn't cower, but 6 on 10 is a 1 check and sniper. So 1 check, break, and pin. What a time to have them arranged that way. Sniper activates. This is ridiculous. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go and target this guy and turn him into a half squad. He's prep fired and no rates. There's no effective unit there. These guys don't have anything to shoot at. He's unknown kill. That's pretty much it for prep fire. I guess I can do 6 up 1. 6 on 6 is a 1 check. That guy just breaks. Movement phase. In the movement phase, I mean, this guy is just going to stay in motion and pay 3 to turn, but and then stop there. These guys are prepped. This guy is going to pay 1 to start. 2, 3, 4, 5. As they get here, I will shoot 2 firepower up 2 on them. 6, 7, 8, stop for 9. 457 is going to assault move to U6. Stacking V5 goes to V4. W6 will... Yeah, I think I just got a Hail Mary at the end. So they'll assault move to V5. Squad will pay 4 to get to V5. That's all I got. Defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, 4 up 3. 7 is a Pintash check, so that will do that. That will DM him, but nothing else. This DM goes away, and yeah, it stays on. That's it for defensive. I really don't have any other options. Advanced fire phase, none, realistically. Routes, this guy has not nowhere to go. He just can't go anywhere. Yeah, he can't go anywhere. He just is eliminated for failure to route. This guy can route, so he will... Right, this should be blocked. What was that clean? That's disgusting. Alright, well, since that clean, he is just going to stay there. I can't believe that's clean. Yeah, he's just going to stay there, because there's no point moving otherwise. Advanced phase. I guess also this guy is just gonna go here to be somewhat safe. Advanced, we're gonna double up here and try to get something I can push with. You can go here. I think that's it. CC phase, Germans. CC. There's -2 for this vehicle being shit and being immobilized and having no MGs. So yeah, they will... in case anybody is ever curious about this, I don't think there was a point for me to do to open up the tank for the AAMG, because it's only 2, which means I'm rolling at 1/2, like 1 to 2. But the Germans still get the -1 for immobilized, and then -1 for being open, crew exposed, open, closed top. Crew exposed, closed top. So it doesn't change the values. So in this case, like if I had opened them up in this turn, it still wouldn't have done anything, because the Germans would have had enough to blow it up. Which really sucks, because that also is the second tank that they needed, and I forgot to copy this. There. So that's the second of well, I guess, yeah, it's so confusing. Why is it that the tanks, you need 4 tanks but 3 tankettes? Like, then you just wouldn't use the tankettes. Like, I don't get why one... And I'm very much disliking this victory condition. It seems very strange, very it's not even like convoluted, it's just like poorly written and dumb. But anyways, I think that's it for CC. Nobody else should be doing anything. So we go to turn 5, weather, no change. We'll take off our pins. Rally phase. Self-rally for the Germans is going to be a guy in R6. They make it, which is huge, because that's one more squad that they have to clear out, and I don't think they have the opportunity to do so anymore. I'm not planning... I'm just going to leave it, but I'm not planning on going in there. This DM comes off as a result. There's nobody to repair this. These guys are still broken. The British have a rally attempt in V4, didn't get it, and then X5 did get it, so then we get a half squad back. And then unknown kill, fuck. That's ridiculous. I've never seen so many tanks survive unknown kills, either before the flip or after. It just cursed. Cursed, cursed, cursed. I think that's it. Prep fire phase? I mean, I don't even know what I would even do for prep fire. It's like this weird area where there's nowhere for me to realistically hide. Like, technically that's not true. I can't hide in a spot. Yeah, no good order adjacent to the road. On or adjacent to the road. And I've got at least, like, 3. And I could potentially make that 4. Well, actually, no. I just 3, realistically. So, crew in Q4 is going to go to Q3 for 1, and then 2-3 into P2. Leader's just going to join them. Can this squad actually make it anywhere? If I CX them, I can bypass 1. No. I can get them shot. That's a neat trick. I guess technically I can force a lot of shooting and then hope for the best, because I don't really have any opportunity to do anything anyways. That's true. I could do that. Don't know if I can technically see them. Okay, so 247 is going to move to S3 for 1 normal move. As they go there, these 2 squads shoot 8 firepower flat. 7 on 8 is a 1 morale check. This guy's pinned. Now I don't need to do anything else with the tank. Squad's gonna move into V1 for 2. And it's gonna DM this guy. Technically, assault move, doesn't matter. I know I not market movement, but there's nothing like the only like I could prep fire, but like everything is a +2 or +3, so there's not really much. Defensive fire phase. What's available here? 10 firepower flat. 6 on 10. I think is a 1 check. He's fine. Alright. He's not back. 8 up 3. 9 is Pintash check. He's pinned, which doesn't matter. P5, 6 up 1. 9 nothing. He is technically encircled though. That won't come into play, I believe. Well, that's not true. His morale does technically decrease. So, and he does get +1. So technically, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Is there anything else in defensive fire I can do? 10 up 3? No. No, I think that's it. Advanced fire phase. None. Routes. So, those guys do need to route. So this guy needs to route. You can see these guys. So he has to route through here for 2, 3, 4, and then can't, well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's not true either. Because he's, would he be getting closer? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So he doesn't make it to W6. He's the only guy who's affected. Advanced phase. I mean, there's really I will... Let's see if I can fuck them over there. And then these guys will go into P3. And then he's got to make a choice between which guy. I guess technically this might put him in CC. I'm not 100% sure, but I would imagine that there would be a dash check. This might actually be CC, because I forget which hex side I put him in, and it probably would have been P3. But I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I'm just going to mark him CC, and we'll live with it. Are there any other advances? Yes, guy with the ETR is going to advance to V2. And, yeah, okay, so, right. If I kill that tankette, then it's game over. Game over. Is there any other CCs? No. Over here, CC, nothing happens. Is that true? I can't imagine there'd be enough. So it's already at crew, which is 4. SMC is helping out for +1, so it's 5. It's a -1 for leader DRM. It only has a MG through the bow, which I'm not sure if what 11.51 was it? I forget what can be used and what's excluded. Because I think it's only... Is it only the rear plus coax? Oh god, why isn't it written? Does it really... Wait, hold on. Does it really say check 11.51? No. Why? Melee, ambush, capture, a vehicle, which would be kind of funny, but... Yeah, okay. An AFE BMG cannot be used in CC. Okay, so for all intents and purposes, it's a not usable. So so it's -1 for leader, -1 for not usable, -2 for open top. So -4 overall. So if I had a full squad, that would have killed, essentially. I don't think there's any... Unless there's a special rule that says it gets even worse results, but I don't think that's the case. So they're considered melee. We go to turn 6 for the Brits. Last turn. Weather is still no change. Take off our pins and stuff. So rally phase for the Brits. They will... What's the self-rally they can do here? We'll try self-rally on the bottom guy. Gets it, which may be super important. This guy can't rally. That guy doesn't get anything. Rally over there, doesn't get it. Repairs, doesn't matter because this guy's not back. That guy's not, doesn't exist. So prep fire phase. Yeah, this one's tough. I think I need to have, well, okay. Yeah, okay. So... Wow, this is problematic. I can't prep fire. I cannot prep fire outside of, like this guy's probably dead anyways, so V3, 10 firepower, so 3 on 10 is probably K... Yeah, K3. So this guy just gets eliminated. Did not get rate, which is fine. But the problem is that we go to movement phase. In the movement phase, one squad in U5 goes to T4 as an assault move. S5 is going to shoot. So there's a +1, down 1 because of encircled. So that's a 4 on 8. 4 on 8 is a 2 morale check against that guy. So 2 morale check, he breaks. This guy is first fired. And there is 4 residual. So next guy is going to assault move to T5. I will take a subsequent, because I'd be insane not to. Again, plus minus, but this time it's on 4, so nothing happens. There is 2 residual. Squadron U6 will move to T6 for 1, and then S6 for 2. I will final protective fire, do nothing, and break myself, because that's... Yep. Technically, I think the ELR as well. I'm not 100% sure. Doesn't matter. And there's 2 residual. I can technically keep moving with this guy. He's only spent 2, so he'll go to R6 for 4. Guy in U6 that remains does the same thing. T6 for 1, S7 for 2, R6 for 4. Tank in U7 starts for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stops for 9. He's fine. Can these guys even get anywhere? Bypass 1, bypass 2, bypass 3, 4, 5. No, I would have to CX, and that's not worth it. So they're just going to move up 1. It's fine. This guy's not going to move. Guy with the LMG is going to assault move to Q7. I don't really have a choice. So I will take a shot at 8 down 2, 3 on 8 has got to be a K2. It's K2, yeah. So K2. Okay, well, this guy ELRs, halves, and breaks. This stack, 9-2 leader, is going to assault move to P4. These guys are just going to stay where they are because there's no point trying to have them die or whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. Defense fire phase, ATR. I guess that's true. I could have probably shot this guy at one of them or whatever, doesn't matter. ATR, hit in turret. What do I got here? ATR is a 4. Yeah, it goes up, or sorry, ATR is 5, range is 2, goes to 7. That's an equal on turret, which will be a shock, which doesn't matter because they've only survived all of them. And then, yeah, if he had survived, like, I guess I could have done, you know, 4 down 2 over here. That's probably what I should have done. It doesn't really matter. I couldn't have stopped S7 movement anyways, so. Is there anything else in defensive fire? Up 3, no. Doesn't matter how much of a sniper bait that was, it was not going to work. Advanced fire phase. I mean, I can do 10 up 3. Pretty sure that would be 10 up 3, so 8 on 10, which should be a normal. Yeah, that's normal. He's pinned, which is probably going to spell doom for him. I feel like a shot from P4 against P3 would hit these guys as collateral because they are in melee. And I really don't want to... Actually, I think I have to take that shot regardless. You've got to be kidding me. All right, well, that is an unarmored vehicle, or I don't, yeah. So it's a 1 on 6. Yeah, it's a 1 on 6, which is a 2 KIA, but then that also, I believe, kills the tankette, which then gives them, gives the Germans a victory. Because it's a straight up KIA, And on an open top, I'm pretty sure KIA just auto. You just die. You can't. And yeah, I guess technically the armored the APC or carrier or whatever you want to call it would still get +2 for its armor, but then gets -2 for the leaders. So it's just straight 2 on 6, which is still a KIA. And I'm looking to see if there's anything here about that against a crew. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure if you get KIA on a crew, they're just dead. Like, there's no, you can't really get around that. Where does it say? KIA, at least that many in the units, target location. Because I would say that, like, it's true that random selection does technically count, but because it's on 2 different types of targets, like, I don't think yeah, like unprotected crews, and they aren't unarmored vehicles that technically are armored. They just have 0 armor, hence the 0 and not stars. If they were stars, then it would be unarmored. Um, yeah, and I'm not looking at um, Starline because again, it's not about unarmored vehicles. God, why doesn't it, that's so... is it in collateral? Is it just in collateral and nowhere else? It might actually be in collateral. Oh, do they have the chart here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, general. Which means it does affect the crew. Okay, so I need a chart that gives me stuff for vulnerable crew here. Vulnerable. Yeah, no, I think it's just treated that way. Like if you get a KIA, they're just dead. So yeah, I think this is I think these guys just die, and then so do these guys, but then that gives the Germans the victory because there's no I don't think there's any other way to get around that. Like if yeah, I don't think there's any other way. I had to roll high enough to get an effect, or low enough to get an effect, but high enough to not have that effect do anything against the crew outside of like pinning them or shocking them. Because after the advanced fire phase, we go to routes. Right, so blah blah blah. We take all these counters off. We take the residual off. We go to routes. These guys route back. These guys are dead. This guy goes back. He's shocked, and nothing else happens. Then we go to advance. Those guys jump in. They go there for fun. And then we get a CC phase, and then again, like in the CC phase, the Germans get the first attack on the carrier, and like a 9 is all they need realistically. And if I start, excuse me, if I start the carrier, they get the CC reaction fire because they're in combat with it, potentially killing it anyway. So there's not really a moment where the carrier is safe and does not just simply get blown up, which is a real big shame because, yeah, like a little bit better planning, I would have had that. But so like for here, there is an ambush, so the Germans get ambushed, then it's 2-1 down one, which isn't enough. The Germans fight back one to everything because there's no point not, and then they become melee. So then these guys are just not good order, and then in this case the British could have won, but again it relies on this not blowing up. Yeah, I really feel like the biggest hurdle for this scenario that I don't understand is I really do not understand why the victory conditions are written the way they are. Like, provided the Germans eliminate 4 or more AFE and 3 or more, or sorry, uh, um, sorry, 4 or less. I don't know why I can't read today. So, provided they kill 4 or less AFE and 3 or less tankettes, but like they both share the same. Like, there are no other vehicles. So I guess technically the British win because they didn't kill 4 vehicles. Um, but, like, the rules in this don't make sense because tanks, AFEs, and tankettes, there's no difference between the two. Like, the tanks and tankettes are AFEs. So why are you saying that you have to kill 3 or fewer tankettes? Like, there's not there's it does not make sense to me that you have to. It doesn't. I don't get it. I don't understand this wording. It's very convoluted. I can see people simply like not playing this because of that. The way that the rule is written, which is very dumb, very 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 dumb. But yeah, like I'm gonna chalk this up as a British win. I think the British had like last week, the British had every bonus. There's nothing that realistically went wrong for them outside of breaking a CMG and then being immobilized. So you're stuck in melee. So you're just going to get eliminated eventually. But outside of that, like nothing really went wrong for the British. Every ATR shot missed and could not kill. The British had what, 5 shocks that turned into unknown kills. Well, one of them, at least one of them, didn't turn into an unknown kill, but 3 or 4 unknown kills that did not materialize. A carrier that only stunned once on repeated shots. Like these are anomalies that are just wild, and pretty silly. But yeah. So, anyways, that is J-67 Lawless Roads. Um, Honestly, I can't recommend this scenario, if only because the victory condition is just very very poorly written, and it's very sad to see that ASL or MMP had just I'm going to say terrible standards, but I don't think it's necessarily the way to put it. I don't understand how this scenario specifically got through outside of like being a reprint straight from the Sydney Adventure Gaming Awards, and like they just never messed with anything, because I don't understand how you come across a victory condition, text that's bad. Anyways, rant about victory conditions being poorly written over. I hope to play against Rutan this Saturday. I forget if I even have a scenario lined up with him, so I'm going to have to bug him about that. as always, I hope Rob is doing well, and I hope to see him next week. Otherwise, it'll be another solo night. And until then, have a lovely week. Bye.